Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Hello, people. So, welcome back to Smash Keys Plays Galactic Science. Hey, sorry about the missing episode. It was my birthday. Didn't want to record nothing. I was like, meh, it's my I'm just going to lay around. Not going to do nothing. Also, kind of upset with space. Getting real bored. Real bored of this mod pack and all its stuff. This is how much I've completed. I would be lying if I didn't say... What? I would be lying if I didn't say that this has taken forever. Too long, in fact. Hours. Not so bad on resources. Because it's not so bad on resources, but just placing blocks is the worst thing in this. Just moving around, just anything, just doing any of the things. It's a lot of work to place anything that's not this. No problem. Making a little cylinder flat, easy peasy. Because you can just, once you have the ring, you just use the building wand. I haven't used the building wand, I think, once on any of this stuff. So let's get a little bit closer. Hopefully, maybe. So I've just been building, heading back, getting some stone, getting some nether quartz, sifting some nether quartz here and there when I have to. Oh, come on. There we go. Sifting some nether quartz whenever I have to. And coming back. So far it's done. There's enough room for at least 3 levels, right? Because there's enough room for 3 levels and a crawl space underneath, a 1 block deep crawl space, and then a crawl space above, a 1 block high or 1 block deep crawl space up above as well. And, oh, come on. Oh, man. And what those crawl spaces are going to do, those are going to be for piping. Anything like wire, power, like that kind of stuff. And I'm feeling like this is going to be my finale, is building this thing. Because it's going to be, I don't want any kind of oxygen or anything being created up here. Well, maybe in the central. Ooh, yeah. What I was thinking was because I finally want a space station with airlocks and oxygen seals and all that kind of stuff. Here's what I initially wanted to do. If you remember, I think it was it was Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, the old cartoon. But I think it was back in like the early 2000s, maybe late 90s. They had a space station which was a ring, and then they had spots for launching rockets. And I'm just going kind of by memory. Maybe the 2001 Space Odyssey station is a little bit better. What I wanted to do was do a ring, right? Big old ring. Have a cylinder extending above and below. Maybe having another smaller ring. And then like a sphere up top. Definitely not going to do that now. I still really want to do a sphere. Maybe a sphere up here. And what it'll do is it'll be a glass sphere that'll have kind of green grass, maybe a cow, maybe a pig, some trees. And if I was getting oxygen, that's where I'll get it from. And then the oxygen pipes will come through here, go around, everything will be sealed off, and it'll actually be a space station. So I was trying to make a ring, right? I have the, what's it called? Plotz, plotz.co.uk. And that's what I use for kind of any kind of designing that is either a sphere or a circle or an ellipse. It's useful. So I just went on there, selected torus. I'm like, I want to make a torus, and I want to make a torus 128 blocks across, so it's 64. I want it 16 across in the center. And then it makes it for you. And you can go up and down on the levels. And it's just a matter of counting out for each level. You go, okay, well, 9, then over 1, then 5, then over 1, then 4, then over 1, then 2. So that's what I've been doing. And hours. And I can't think of any other way to do it that would make it easier. I kind of messed around trying with the builder's wand. Builder's wand isn't really helpful either because everything's irregular. And you can't, here's another thing. It's like if I was going to place here, I can't, see how I immediately come off? You can't shift and stay on the ledge. So you just have to kind of either stay on the ground, which is what I've been doing. I started building the wall first, and then I was like, no, that's not the best way. I built level 1 first. Built level 1. That was the most difficult level. Built level 2, and as long as your feet are touching the ground here, it's pretty easy. You can just build level 2. You just jump up one. Oh, then you land on this level, and then you do the same. Hours and hours. And then I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I won't do a full ring. I was thinking maybe I'll do a battle axe kind of thing. I'll do this ring here. Oh, come on, go back down, please. I'll do a ring segment here. I'll do a corner. And then I'll do a corner over there. And then that'll look space station-y. And then I can still have stuff maybe between the two, like cubes or a cylinder here or there. So it'll just look... I'm just trying to populate the space station, right? And then I want it to spin. But I was actually thinking, in open blocks, there's a block placer. And there's a block breaker that place or break blocks when they get a redstone signal. Now I was thinking that'd be really cool to automate this. Have like redstone, is it cable? Or no, it's conduit, right? Because that's Ender IO. Yeah. So redstone conduit, I could, in a control section of the base, go engage spin, flip a lever, and then it'll send redstone to place, hopefully, I haven't tested this out, we might have to do a little test world. Hopefully, it'll place down the thrusters, 4 thrusters on either corner, and then the base will start to spin. And then vice versa, stop thrust, flip a lever, and then it'll break all the thrusters. I think that'd be really cool. Kind of an automated system. Maybe even a self-destruct. And not that I'd ever press it, but maybe even a self-destruct and like TNT kicking around all over the base, right? That'd be pretty freaking cool. Or placers. Yeah. So it's like I'll instigate a self-destruct where there'll be a placer loaded with 3 or 4 TNT, or as many as it can. And then what it'll do is rapid fire. It'll try to put down a TNT, which will be placed on a redstone block. So the TNT will activate. So then the placer can place down another TNT block. Like, so it'll just be place. And then it'll be all across the entire base. That'd be really cool. So, I'm almost out of materials for this run, so I'm actually going to stop because I got bored. My elbow hurts, and I'm running super, super late. In fact, I think this episode is even going to be later still because I need to, edit it a little bit. Unless I just talk the whole friggin' time, which I can do, which I might do. One thing I might do with this base, though, is because I was telling Porphyro about my problem about materials, and she was like, why don't you just go in creative mode and place the blocks that way? Because then I could, fly a little bit better. Right? And I was thinking, well, maybe. I don't think... If I have all the materials, say if I just ballpark and I go, it's going to take 64,000 blocks to build all this ring. You know what I mean? Just for instance. Or 8,000. It's going to take 8,000 blocks to build this ring. And then so I go, okay, well, I have 8,000 stone and 1,000 nether quartz. Well, I'm just going to delete those. I'm going to throw those away and then just go in creative mode and creatively build the ring, which I might do. Or maybe MC edit if I can figure that out. Complete this ring segment and just copy paste. So then I have a full ring. Is that too cheaty? I feel like it is cheaty. Oh, come on. Go back down, please. But I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to cheat to place blocks. Because Because if this mod had Buildcraft, if this mod pack had Buildcraft, I wouldn't have to do that. I would just build a segment of the ring. I think Buildcraft even had a reversal tool. Because you could basically, with the Buildcraft builder, you could highlight an area, 64 by 64 area, and say, all right, make a blueprint out of this. And it would. And then I'd go set up the builder over here. And I'd say, all right, build that blueprint over here. And then it would build it. You just feed in power, you feed in blocks, and it would build it for you. And that was great. So I might do that. I don't know. This episode is going to be a little bit short. So I'm going to take a break from this, because I am super, super tired in building this stuff. I'm going to finish. Don't get me wrong. I am going to finish. What level should the floor be on? So I feel like if this was going to be mirrored, do I have any more? Yeah, I do. Because I think this is where the floor will be if it's mirrored. And then maybe I could have it step down and have the floor right here. Oh, come on. Come on. Like here, right? Or no. No. Stupid. Have the floor here. That would mean this floor would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be 4 blocks between the roof and the floor. And I feel like that would be pretty big. And then this floor, are you on 1x1 mode? And then this floor could be... Oh, that's not going to work. With the whole crawl space idea. Well, how about maybe... maybe there will be only one floor. Yeah, maybe there'll only be one floor, but it'll be... maybe even one lower. Yeah, because then the floor will be 2, 4, 6, 8. It'll be 8. So it'll be one big floor. It'll be a floor of 8. The floor will be here. And then there'll be a crawl space of 2 and a crawl space of 2 above and below. I think that would be the best looking. Yeah. And then underneath we can run all the conduits and the pipes and the power. The only problem is with the Galactic, thank you. With Galactic Science, or Galactic Craft, it has a oxygen sealer. What is this stuff? This gathers useful data from linked rockets, players, and mobs. Best placed near a display screen. Use a frequency module to establish data links. Ooh, display screen. Oh, I'm going to build this now. There's a bunch of things I need to build. I need to go back and work on automation. I still haven't built a buggy yet. There's so much stuff I have to do. Like, before I want to stop. I don't even know if I want to stop. But anyway. So, build the space station. Oxygen. So, there's oxygen sealers. And what that ends up doing... I should build a communications dish. Can I? You cannot. So there's an oxygen sealer, and what that'll do is it'll seal... There's the bubble distributor, which I think might be the best bet. Because the bubble distributor will fill up an area with oxygen. Like just in a sphere, in a bubble, right? Above, below, doesn't matter. It'll just fill an area up with oxygen. And you'll be able to take off your oxygen gear. The sealer seals an area. So basically, if I put a seal here and a seal here, and it works kind of like the bubble distributor, but if I put the oxygen distributor, sealer, whatever have you, whatever it was, here, it will check this area and it'll go, okay, seal complete, seal made. And then oxygen, you'll be able to breathe in here. If you break one of these, it'll say seal broken, and then the oxygen will stop and you'll suffocate. So it's like with the sealer, you have to have kind of airlocks and stuff with that, which I think is really cool. Because then you have to, your entire base can lose pressure if you have a seal broken. So that'd be really cool. Like here, it's like, okay, I want to go out. So you step here, the door opens up, you step in, door closes, and then you start losing oxygen, and then bam, this door opens, and then you're out in space, and then vice versa, you come back in. The only problem with the sealer, though, is it can only seal a certain area. I can't even... Let me just look up real quick. Galactic Craft Oxygen Sealer. Sealed space, oxygen sealer. The oxygen sealer is a machine that fills a room with oxygen up to around 800 to 1,000 blocks. Amount stacks with multiple sealers within close proximity. Oh, okay. And then it brings me to the link of sealed space. In Galactic Craft, a sealed space means a room or other space, it could be a dome for example, which has solid walls on all sides with no gaps so that it can hold in air. Let's see here. Working with other mods, tips, chunk loading, warning. Yeah. So that's one option. I didn't know they stacked though. So that might be good. Then I can have an oxygen sealer every couple of, like, oxygen pipe running along the bottom to pump oxygen to the sealers. And then if they're close to each other, if they all update, then the ring can be breathable. Otherwise, I'm going to have to seal off the ring into segments. And each segment has its own sealer in it. But, like, if I were to put a sealer in this ring, it would go, invalid, too much. Like, it's too big. Won't work. Anyway. That's what I was doing. It took me for friggin' ever. Kind of might have wrist problems now. How much power you got? Do you have any power? Yeah, you should be okay. Oh. So, banana transmitter to the overworld. Dial once. Transmitter blocked. Oh, stupid torch. Banana transmitter to the overworld. Dial once. There we go. Start teleportation. Skadoosh. Oh, so much better. Except for my still stupid jump boost. Alright. So, what's I going to do? Head back down to the... So there's a bunch of tests I want to do. This is by far the best power. So I think I want to keep going with this. Ramping up the production. Ramping it up to the point of it's using... The generator's using more syngas than it's producing, then ramping up tree production. Because hopefully I just want more power. More power. Because we need to teleport power around to different worlds, right? Because we still need to do, you guessed it, friggin' Stargate. Right? So all the Stargate stuff. See? Cheap. Nether stars, pulsating crystals, those are pretty cheap. Nether stars is the big problem because I can't make them. Helium, carbon, Copernicum. How do you make Copernicum? Probably just in the synthesizer, hey? Yeah. So we can make nether stars because they are made out of helium, hydrogen, carbon, and Copernicum, which if it's 112, then, you can add up 112 hydrogens to get one Copernicum. So we'll work on that. So we can make infinite nether stars now. Not a big problem. The iris is cheap. The core crystal, again, more nether stars. Sapphires from Pluto. So that's okay. Chevrons are made from more nether stars. sapphires from Pluto, chevron blocks, ender pearls, naquita. So we need to head back to Venus and have quarries going on Venus. Maybe even quarries going on Pluto. Heavy duty plate, yeah. And then iris upgrade. Chevron. Short range telepad, beam core. Oh, hey, short range telepad, hey? Should mess with this. Compressed titanium. Stargate controller. Reinforced obsidian, hey? Reinforced obsidian. Obsidian. Dark iron. Dark steel. It's dark steel. Is that the dark steel? But yeah. I know how to do that. RF. Stargate power unit. More capacitors. More rings. Open computer Stargate interface. So that's probably I can automate dialing. That's not so bad. Just a lot of naquita. So I think the main problem then is going to be power teleportation. Right? Which is also a part of the quest line. More power. Transmission received. There is no end to space. So we had to get rid of tesseracts and create this nifty thing which uses dimensions instead. So the dimensional transceiver. I know I've probably looked it up 1,000 times. Dimensional transceiver. So this is easy. Electrical steel is easy because it's just silicon, coal, powder, and iron. Easy. Fused quartz. Easy. Octadic upgrade capacitor. Pretty easy. Kind of expensive, but is easy. Ender crystal is the only thing. So soul binder and ender resonator. So we need a slice and splice and a soul binder. So let's... need a soul binder. Okay, that's pretty easy. And then a slice and splice. Slice and splice. Oh, good. So it doesn't need specifically Enderman heads. What's solarium? Okay, that's easy. What was it called? The oh man, I'm gonna have to look at it again. Okay, transceiver. Because I need to make 2 of these, right? I am assuming. Experimental transporter. Advanced chip. Oh man. Really haven't touched any of the electrical age stuff. There is an update to Galactic Science, so I'm kind of worried that they have more quests. Okay, so I need the slice and splice. Oh, see that? It wants that. Yeah, see, it needs an Enderman head for each of the transceivers. And then I need an... oh, yeah, and specifically an ender head. So I need, at the very least, 3 ender heads, which I think you only get from Enderman, but guess what? I think I got 1. Yeah, see, 1. So I gotta start grinding Enderman. Ender IO, and I think the only way to do it is with powered spawner. Okay. So I can make any head. That's good. And then I need a killer, I think it was called. Killer Joe. Which is specifically another head. So that's what we're going to do between this episode and the next. I'm going to start getting that set up. We're going to cut in, do all this stuff. How come nothing's... oh yeah, because I have the... because the grinder's good. The grinder's good because I think I need essence, right? No, I need nutrient dissolution. Oh, so guess what? You don't even need essence. In our hypovolemia series, you need essence to spawn things like, their soul juice. But with this, you only need nutrient dissolution, which is meat or heads. What else? Meat or heads. I think probably the easiest one is going to be meat. Yeah, see? Oh, zombie flesh. That's pretty good. So, animal meat or zombie flesh, because I think heads are going to be too expensive to get. Mixed with mushrooms. Okay, we can do that. Or fermented spider eye. We could probably do that too. And water. In a vat. And that'll make nutrient dissolution. Which nutrient dissolution... Oh, man. Dark pressure plate. Yeah. And that nutrient dissolution is then filled into the spawner to make Enderman. So then we can specifically just grind Enderman. Definitely something we need to look into. It's going to be a shorter episode because I don't really have anything I wanted to do just because my arm hurts so much. So let's head over here. So that's what we're going to do. And hopefully do some of these quests. But definitely Enderman. Definitely Enderman. First, before we do anything else. So, again, wanted to apologize for this late episode and the absent last episode and the quality of this episode. But thank you for watching. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Next episode, we are going to get stuff done, right? All right. Well, thank you for watching. You have yourself a nice day.